of course, Gaslamp comes from the Gaslamp district.
Yes, sir.
That's the root of the name.
Yeah. It was given to me. It was beaten into me.
So were you originally William or Willie Ben Susan? Was that how? What was your original DJ name before?
Willow.
Did you ever? There was a DJ Willow. I knew a DJ Willow.
Well,
that wasn't you? Wasn't it another? Did you put records out as DJ Willow?
No.
No, okay. I think there's another guy.
There's a guy from Canada I know.
That's it.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's been in the industry for so many years.
Right.
Willow, he's the original Willow.
Yeah.
I'm too young.
Oh, yeah.
But I gave that name up for the latter.
Cool. Good to have you here, mate.
Happy to be here.
Never been in the Brownswood basement before, have you?
This is my first time. Yeah. We got some nice records down here.
It's cool. Yeah, we like coming here every now and again. Ended up here after my party last night.
Nice.
Little after hours shenanigans.
Fun.
As we get. So what have you been doing? What have you been doing in the UK? You're doing Boiler Room in a couple of days.
Yeah, basically I just like to spend my time off in London with friends between weekends. Instead of caning it and doing shows during the weekdays, I'm just trying to meet with good people and enjoy my time here. And it's nice to be able to be in Europe and still speak English. So this is my choice.
Yeah.
UK makes me feel at home, especially London. I just feel good here.
When did it start to look like you were going to be doing work outside of the States?
Basically, a friend of mine invited me to Japan through Vestax, the turntable equipment company, and I did a gig at the Jazz Cafe, and it was 2003, and that was actually my second time. I did a gig in Berlin a little bit before that, but it was just these one-offs.
Germans are always first.
I think so, right? I don't know how I got out there first. It was a miracle, but being in Berlin at 20 years old was very eye-opening, and I knew I needed to come back. And then I hit Japan 2 years later, and then I came on my first tour of my entire life, was here in Europe, and none of them could afford work permits, so they only did European shows, and I broke off on my own to come to London and see a girl that I was dating at the time and meet up with Cherry Stones, and that's when I met the people from Cargo who invited me to open for Flylo.
Yeah.
Which you were at that show. That
was.
was Flylo's first London show.
Yeah. And
I opened for him. And you were there, Marianne Hobbs was there, Benji B was there. It was so many good, crucial people. I met my agent, Naomi, that night. I know you know, good people. It was a crazy, crazy night. That was my first time here, literally.
And so when you started off playing records, were you San Diego, right?
Yeah.
What were you playing? Was it sort of post hip hop? What would you have said?
Underground hip hop, 90s hip hop, and a lot of reggae and drum and bass and hardcore breakbeat techno and stuff too.
And how would the scene have differed as opposed to what it's like now, in terms of, especially now with the sort of emergence of EDM and all that sort of stuff? Have things changed a lot in the last sort of 15 years?
Yeah, things used to be more raw, obviously, and now they're more polished, and that goes for the music, the sound, the people, their way they look, the gigs themselves, the sponsorships behind the gigs. The whole scene has changed so much, drastic. And I know that I'm turning 32 in a couple months, but I was in these warehouse raves that changed my life, and there's never been anything that could compete with that to this day. And the scene has totally changed. It used to be different, definitely, but it's positive to see that I could stick to my guns, playing weirdo shit, and actually have an audience for it now, 15 years later. I mean, it's a miracle.
Well, no, it's refreshing, and positive. And I was just having a chat with someone before we were doing this, and we were just talking about various musicians who are of a, shall we say, more mature age, and they were telling me that this guy was telling me that he was really disappointed because some of them these are legendary jazz people, and they've almost been seduced by celebrity. And whenever I go to LA, of course, because of the Hollywood and what it means and all the surgery and how people look and this whole thing, sometimes you kind of go, where's the real stuff, and because and even people who start from the underground and the way out stuff, even they end up kind of turning
definitely
turning that way. So people that we know, and like, they just, the moment they become really big. So how do you control that for yourself? Because I'm sure that must be something that you must be going, I just can't end up going to too many premieres and celebrity parties. And
well, for me, my whole progression as an artist has been really logical, nice, slow, steady pace, and I don't feel like I have to worry about my fans or followers or listeners, and I have hope for my little niche market of people who care for me. And growing up in the Gaslamp district as a DJ, that was the only place, I grew up there as a DJ because I thought San Diego has these nice nightclubs, which are very like Hollywood nightclubs. And I thought, oh, these are beautiful clubs with great sound systems. This is where I'm meant to play. And the patrons hated it. And the same goes for Hollywood and Sunset Strip and that whole vibe. I still feel like I'm in high school getting picked on by bullies. It's insane. I never felt comfortable there. So for me, I don't think I could ever cross over because I don't think I'll ever be that cool person for them. For me, I'm fine. I'm happy with who I am. And my friends love me, and I have a great following of people who really care about what I'm trying to do. And it has nothing to do with popular trends at all whatsoever. It never has. I think same goes for you. I mean, it's like West London versus East London, but now East London kind of reminds me of West London all over again. And the same thing is happening in California, in LA. Everything is turning. Everyone knows about everything. The next record that's coming, everybody wants to be in on the underground, and I'm talking everybody, even corporate sponsors. Everybody wants to be down. So, and the information is much easier to access. So, and anyone can know about me. If they want to find me, they will. I don't feel like I ever have to lend myself to that world. I have a community in East LA, and they love me, and I love them, and it's such a wonderful, amazing thing, and it's thriving so beautifully with Low End Theory and Brain Feeder. It's been amazing, and I would never ask for anything more, and I'm happy to stay at this slow, steady pace for the rest of my life if I have to. And the more people that find out, the better, and it's a great feeling, but it doesn't need to be bigger than it is at all. It's just right.